Hi, French. Hi, French. How are you? How's it going? So I know it's kind of like a sensitive time, but I know that you did tweet about Lil Tjay. Have you spoken to him? Do you know his condition? Do you know anything?
I know that they rushed him from one hospital to another, so I pray for his family.
Right. But you haven't spoken to him at all, right?
No, I haven't spoken to him.
Okay.
I heard that he's in critical condition.
Yeah, sorry to hear that.
Yeah, man, it's a bad situation.
Right.
It's hard out here for rappers, man. We got the hardest job.
Why do you say that? Do you think it's hard because people are jealous? Or even like the police?
You don't know where it come from, man. We think that everybody love us, but everybody don't love us.
Right, it's like kind of like unprovoked stuff that kind of just happens, right?
I have a new album coming out tomorrow, Montega, with Harry Fraud. It's dropping tomorrow.
Wait, one more question.
Yeah.
So yesterday, Mayor Eric Adams here in New York was smashing up hundreds of illegal dirt bikes. And we've seen you ride dirt bikes in the past. I mean, what is the big deal with dirt bikes? I mean, yes, those are illegal, but how did you feel seeing that, or have you seen those images or video?
Well, shout out to Mayor Eric. That's one of my great friends.
Yeah, he was with you the other day, right?
Yeah. I'm the first artist to ever had a mayor come to the album listening party in New York City history. So shout out to the mayor. Me and him good. I support whatever he do. You know what I'm saying? I'm just against using lyrics against rappers because we came up watching Nas and people like that was narrating through their window, that was watching people do the thing. So it's not always that, that way with artists. So,
just storytelling.
Yeah. So I pray for all the artists nowadays. Much love. Shout out to Eric.
One last, and I'll leave you alone. I promise. So I know Lil Tjay did post that people are around you, and sometimes they are looking for the seeds of your labor.
Yeah.
Have you experienced that yourself, where people think that they're supposed to get paid when they haven't done nothing?
Yeah, I experienced that myself because the person that shot me was the one that drove me to the hospital. So your greatest threat always comes from the inside.
The 6 o'clock hour, first two men are shot overnight after seeing a concert here in Philadelphia.
Now one of them is dead, and police are looking for his killer. Dawn, where'd this go down?
Well, it went down right here behind me on the 100 block of North Columbus Boulevard, right outside the tour bus for the rapper French Montana. You can see the police tape marking off where the two men were gunned down. One of them, a 27-year-old who was killed here at the scene. He was shot in the stomach. This all going down right before midnight. Rapper French Montana, his band, and members of his entourage were on board the bus. Now, they had just pulled up in front of the Holiday Inn Express following a packed concert at the TLA on South Street. The band planning to stay at the hotel for the night. Carloads of fans, though, had followed them here, and more fans were waiting for them outside to arrive. The bus driver, according to police, was getting off the tour bus to get some rooms for everyone, and that's when a car drove by and just opened fire on the huge crowd that was here.
We did find seven spent shell casings, which indicates that at least 7 shots were fired from a semi-automatic handgun. Now, we don't know if that's from the shooter who actually killed and injured those 2 people, or it was from some information we're getting. There was possibility somebody from the bus or from the crowd returned fire.
What's good, YouTube world? It's Coffee. Tapping back in with another one. Y'all hit them comments. You already know what it is. We got a lot to break down, so I need to hear from the people your thoughts, take, and opinion. But French Montana, very generous with his time with the media. But as we know, you know what I'm saying? It's album time. You heard him. He's got that Montega project dropping. Collaborative effort with Harry Fraud, as they have a long-standing working relationship with each other. Let me know if y'all gonna, go check that thing out. You see, he didn't really want to say much about the mayor and the dirt bikes and all that. I don't know, but definitely isn't feeling the whole ish with the lyrics. Talking about rappers telling stories, artistic freedom, and he quoted a classic track there. I don't know if y'all caught that, right? Nas, I believe Ronald Isley was on that joint with him. Project Windows off the Nostradamus. Banger. You know what he saw looking out them project windows. That second clip that I shared for you guys, though, was a situation French Montana got into in Philly, when he was on the tour bus with Meek Mill. They were shot at. Authorities believe someone from the rapper's entourage returned fire in self-defense. And that's kind of what we're talking about here. You know what I'm saying? Some hip-hop news. self-defense, ties into a lot of the ish going on in society right now with GUN control. You know, there's the political aspect of things, and that's what a lot of people have been, you know, tapping in and commenting with, like, yo, Coffee, you know, as we've been seeing all the wild ish going down in America, a lot of people are like, yo, Coffee, there's a lot of political plays at hand here. Make sure you really go through everything with the fine-tooth comb, with the news headlines and stuff like that. Really dig in and peep them stories out and see how the information's being put out there. But with French, you know, he had that situation, and you heard him at the end of the interview as well, talking about a whole nother situation where he was shot in the head back in the day. You heard him on many tracks. He referred to that. What he say? He shot me, so I had to do it. Put him in the dirt. Put him in there first. I remember a lot of people always disputing that, if that was cap or not, if French really did get bagged up for bodying someone in self-defense. But nonetheless, you know, we see what happened there in Philly. He's had his back up against the wall. You know, you heard him as dangerous being a rapper out here. And when it comes to this situation with Lil Tjay and talking about them GUN laws and GUN control and all that, you know, New York and New Jersey are known to have very strict weapons laws. As I was once sharing with you know, you guys who tap into my channel, I can't remember if it was on a live stream or a video. You know what I mean? I have a family member who had a federal job. No, they weren't a federal agent. You know, it was kind of wild. They worked kind of with the military, with the government. It's a whole thing to quite explain. That's not really the point. The point is, though, with their job, they had like some kind of federal permit or concealed permit or something like that. You know, they worked in the federal building helping disabled veterans and all that. But there's only a couple states where that was no good, and New York State was one of them, and I don't know if New Jersey was the other one. And I mean, this is nothing new. This is something we've known for a long time. But pertaining to Lil Tjay, who you heard French Montana, and I'm sure everyone has heard what went down. You know what I mean? He was out just enjoying life, you know, enjoying the fruits of his labor, enjoying that rap money. He had a couple of friends with him, and, you know, he was approached in a robbery and shot at, and he's in critical condition. Emergency surgery, rushed from one hospital to another. And, you know, the big discussion going on is how his two friends that were with him have been booked on weapons charges, as, you know, they returned fire and got active and, you know, saved his life. More than likely, he would probably not be here. And, you know, it's not sitting well with a lot of people that they're locked up. You know, I mean, obviously that's the law in that state. But still, you know, that's the big narrative right now. Like, damn, they booked these dudes when they saved the day. You know, this wasn't a situation where they were the aggressors or anything like that. And, you know, they're sitting in jail. The assailant, you know, that wounded Lil Tjay, yes, he's booked as well with, I think, attempted murder and some other cases. But still, it's just got a lot of people saying, this don't make sense. This ain't right. And then we also have this news of the Supreme Court overturning a New York State handgun law. And I'm curious to know, you know what I'm saying, is this not something that Coffee really stays up a lot on the news? So for those who really are super knowledgeable on this, tap in, comment, you know what I mean? Again, as always, that's what this platform is all about. You know what I'm saying? I never try to portray myself as someone who's some kind of expert or whatever. You know what I mean? Like, if we're talking about something where I feel very knowledgeable about it, I definitely will go in. But this is one of those instances where I'm asking you guys, what do you think of all this? And what does this mean? You know, that they're you know, overturn one of these laws. I'm going to share a bit of the press release with you. What does this mean? Are people in New York State not going to need permits anymore? Is there going to be open carry in New York? Is that ultimately what this means? It says the New York Supreme Court has opened the door for almost all law-abiding Americans to carry concealed and loaded handguns in public after the conservative majority struck down a New York law that placed strict restrictions on firearms outside the home. So again, in New York, there's never been any open carry. You got to go file for a permit. If you got that thing, you got to keep it in the crib. You know what I mean? If you're going to the range, it's got to be locked up. Very, very strict laws, you know. The governor is saying, New York is saying this is reckless and reprehensible, you know, with everything that's been going on in the country. And then we also have the POTUS, the commander-in-chief, saying this contradicts both common sense and the Constitution. It should deeply trouble us all. So, I don't know, man. Oh, the New York law struck down on Thursday required anyone wanting to carry a handgun in public to prove that they had a proper cause to do so. The decision in New York State Rifle and Pistol Association versus Bruin renders the law an unconstitutional violation of the Second Amendment right to bear arms. So, you know, what does this mean? What is it going to be looking like in New York when it comes to these GUN laws? And when is this going to go into effect? Is this immediate, or is there going to be an appeal on top of that appeal, or is that the highest level of the Supreme Court? Comment below with your thoughts, take, and opinion on that, Supreme Court ruling, and, you know, Lil Tjay's situation and what French Montana had to say. You know, let's get this discussion going. And let's not also forget French Montana lost a friend, you know what I'm saying? One of his affiliates, Chinks, some years back to gun violence. Why is it so dangerous out here being a rapper? You know, do you see that changing? Let's break it all down. Don't forget to sub to the channel. Stay tuned. More content coming all day, every day. It's coffee, talking music, news, sports, and more. I'm up out of here, y'all. Peace. Thanks for watching. Be safe, everyone.